It seems like this is going to be tricky, but we're going to see what we can do. While Wisconsin isn't always at the top of the list as a place to take a vacation, in recent years it has picked up steam as a destination for birding. A Florida birder named Will contracted us to help him find some species that he still needed on his life list in the northern part of the country. The first 2 days Will was here, we were able to check off some of the top species on his list. On the third day, it was time to tie up some loose ends. Our first stop was at a small lake, where we hoped to find Will one of his Nemesis birds. Hey everyone, this is Ryan from Badgerland Birding. I am here with our friend Will, and we are trying to find him a lifer black-legged kittiwake. You can see behind me that this is a pond or a lake that is open pretty much year-round because there's a power plant near it, so there's steam coming off it. It seems like this is going to be tricky, but we're going to see what we can do.
Another day in paradise.
What do you think the odds are that we find it?
I'm gonna say over/under on 47.5%.
Okay.
I'm gonna take the over today, actually. So I'm confident. I have no idea why. It might be just wishful thinking, but I think we'll get it.
To get to the spot where the kittiwake was most often seen, it was necessary to take a long walk around the lake. The steam rising from the water made spotting anything out on the lake difficult, but it did make for a very unique atmosphere. A marsh on the opposite side of the dike we were walking contained mallards and a few common goldeneye. Closer to the power plant, there was a lot more mist and a lot more bird activity. A belted kingfisher perched at the edge of the water, pigeons flocked around a building, and an American tree sparrow foraged along the ground. Some of the most numerous and conspicuous birds in this area were the bald eagles that would take flight and soar through the haze. Even with some interesting things to see, our hopes were starting to wane, and the cold was starting to take its toll on our visitor from the south. Thus far, no kittiwake. We ran into a couple people that said they had it, and a couple people that said they didn't have it. So it's probably around someplace, but we haven't seen it yet, and we're getting pretty cold out here.
Well, we as in the South Floridian is getting very cold out here, yeah. But we're just gonna keep on keeping on, see what happens.
As we continued walking and scanning both the water and the skies for any sign of the kittiwake, we noticed our friend Cicero, who was also searching for the bird. Fortunately, he had it in his sights and let Will look through his scope.
Drum roll.
It's pretty hard to pick out though in the fog. But
Oh my god, yeah, there it is. Look at that.
yeah,
Dude, I can't.
I don't know. I was just kind of scoping through the.
Oh, is it that raft that's in this?
Yeah. I just kind of noticed it. I'm like, well, I should probably check it out.
Well, thank you for standing here long enough for us to pick it up. All right, it left the frame, but I did get a good look at it.
All right.
Woo!
So that's your Nemesis bird.
Oh yeah, that was a Nemesis bird. So all my friends down in Miami in the Tropical Audubon, we got it!
This one's for you.
Yeah, this one's for you.
The black-legged kittiwake is a species of gull that lives in many parts of the northern hemisphere. They can be found in the coastal countries in Europe, including Iceland, Greenland, Norway, and the UK, among others. In North America, this species resides along the Atlantic Ocean in the northeastern US and southeastern Canada, as well as the Pacific Ocean in western Canada and the United States, including Alaska. Oftentimes, when black-legged kittiwakes move into the lower 48 states, they are juveniles, and their black M pattern visible in flight easily distinguishes them from other winter gulls. This species is almost always near bodies of water, as most of their diet consists of fish. This particular bird seemed to be thriving in this location, since the water stays open all year, meaning fish are always there to be caught. That actually worked out really well. It was really chilly out there, but eventually we got it. One of our friends, Cicero, had it in his scope actually, and it was on the water, and that took off. It was great. So Will's got a redemption lifer.
Oh yeah. It was cold.
Talk about how it feels in your heart to get that bird.
Oh, warm and fuzzy, unlike the weather. Yeah, but no, I had this whole speech planned out for what would have happened if we didn't see it, of how birding is a lifelong hobby and you don't need to rush to get all the birds because you can always come back and see them again. And well, we don't need to worry about talking about any of that because we saw it, so that was awesome. Gorgeous kittiwake. Never seen a kittiwake, any kind of kittiwake before, so that was really sweet. Redemption from Miami, where I got hooked by a fisherman the day before I went to see it. So Brian and the gang down in Tropical Audubon, this is for you guys. Woo!
We moved on to another target bird, the snow bunting. These birds can usually be found in Wisconsin in winter, but with little snow on the ground, they were in short supply. Nonetheless, I took Will to some county roads where I'd had them in the past. As we were driving, we spotted a cloud of birds flying low over the road. It was, in fact, our target bird. Just got snow bunting. It was kind of a crazy sighting, and there was just a big cloud of them. And we're gonna try to see if we can get a better look, or maybe a look at another location, but really excited to get that species as well for today. We ended up getting decent looks at the buntings as they flew over the fields.
We got snow bunting! That was definitely top 3 for what I wanted to see.
Next, we headed to the east side of the state, following a tip on a tough-to-find owl species, a northern saw-whet owl. We quickly located it, which was the first time Will had gotten a visual on the species. How cool is that?
That's really, really, really cool.
We were just able to get a northern saw-whet owl, which is a really cool bird, and actually getting to see it is even better. So we're doing really well with our birds that we've been searching for today. There could still be time to get something else before Will has to leave.
Who knows, maybe, but it's been a great trip so far. I'm sad I have to get going to the airport soon. Derek and Ryan have been absolutely fantastic. So this is a long time coming, and that's because, was it August I reached out to them maybe? It might have been August. I reached out and said, hey, I've been seeing your videos. I went to your website and I found out you guys do guiding. Is there any way I could come up and visit with you? And they have been more than gracious. They've been driving me everywhere. They've been fantastic hosts. I've gotten so many lifers, so many gold birds, even just some of the more common stuff. They've been trying to get me in the top 50 on the state list for this year, because it's, what is it, January 7th? Yeah. And actually, I might be there by now, which is kind of funny.
I think you might be. We'll have to check it out.
If anyone's watching these videos and you're like me, just sitting at home, I would highly recommend coming up and visiting the north, especially if you've never been here before, because we got absolutely everything. Snow bunting, snowy owl, Harlequin duck, all these other goodies. Fantastic. Would highly recommend you guys coming up here and getting together with the Salmon brothers in Badgerland.
Although Will was satisfied with his trip, we still had a few more stops to make. Next, we went to the South Shore Yacht Club, where we found a few new gull species and got looks at the local celebrity mandarin duck. You got a mandarin duck.
I sure did. Now the question is, do we add it to the list or not?
I mean, you saw it. It exists.
Yeah, we can add to the list, and I will put in the comments, because why not?
You can add it to some kind of list.
Yeah, what the heck? There's no proof it's not all the way over here from Eurasia.
That's true. We checked one last place on our way to the airport in hopes of finding a northern shrike. We saw starlings, red-tailed hawks, and a soaring bald eagle, but the shrike never showed up. Overall, we had an absolutely awesome 3 days loaded with cool experiences and new birds for Will, who seemed to love every minute of it. By the time Will left to go back to Florida, it felt like we had bonded over the birds we had seen and the places we'd visited. He racked up 52 species in 3 days of winter birding and found several rarities in the process. Hopefully we will see Will again as he continues to grow his life list and travel around the country. But until then, thanks for watching. We'll see you next time on Badgerland Birding.